Hey guys, welcome to AKV and this is Vishnu. So in this illustration, a cyber company is considering two mutually exclusive projects. Investment outlay of both the projects is 5 lakh and each is expected to have a life of 5 years. Under three possible situations, their annual cash flow and probability are. So three possibilities are good, normal and worse. Probabilities zero point 0.3, zero point 0.4 and zero point 0.3. The expected income of project A will be 6 lakh, 4 lakh and 2 lakh. As far as project B is 5 lakh, 4 lakh and 3 lakh. The cost of capital is 9%, which project should be accepted. Explain the workings. Next part of the question, a company is considering project X and Y with the following information. So a table showing the following details of company X and Y has been given. So the projects are project X and project Y. Expected value 1 lakh 6,000 and 2 lakh 40,000. Standard deviation will be 75,000 and 1 lakh 35,000. And you are required to compute which project will you recommend based on the above data. Then explain whether your option will change if you use coefficient of variation as a measure of risk. Which measure is more appropriate in this scenario and why? So going ahead with the solution, so the solution for the first question will be, so we have made a table containing the details which is already given in the question, which is the situation which is good, normal and worse, and their probability, and then the incomes of project A and project B has been given. So we need to multiply the probability with the project A and probability with the project B and take the totals. Therefore the total probability of project A will be 4 lakh and total probability of project B will be also 4 lakh. After that we need to compute the standard deviations. For the computation of standard deviation we have x minus x dash. So for the computation of x minus x dash, so for that x dash we have already computed, which is 4 lakh for both the projects. So 4 lakh minus the cash inflow of the project A will be for 6 lakh minus 4 lakh, which is 2 lakh. 4 lakh minus 4 lakh is 0. 4 lakh minus 2 lakh will give you negative 2 lakh. 2 lakh minus 4 lakh. After that x minus x bar we have computed. We need to take the square and multiply it by the probability and take the total, get the total as 24. When you take the square root we will get the standard deviation as 15 lakh 1 crore 54 lakh 91,921. The same way for the project B it will be 77 lakh 459 77,459. So the EMPV, which is 4 lakh into 3.890, which gives you 15 lakh 56,000. 15 lakh 56,000. So NPV will be 15 lakh 56,000 minus 5 lakh, that is 10 lakh 56,000. NPV of the both project being the same, it is decided that on the basis of standard deviation, and hence the project B should be accepted. Having lower standard deviation means less risky. So guys, over here as we computed, we have same expected value of 4 lakh for each the project A and project B multiplied by 5 years discounting factor. The total discounting factor for the 5 years will be 3.890. So when we multiply 4 lakh with 3.890, which is the present value, sum of the present value fraction, we will get the cash inflow of 15 lakh 56,000, and the net cash outflow will be 5 lakh. Therefore 15 lakh 58,000 is the cash inflow. So inflow minus outflow will give you net present value of 10 lakh 56,000. So the cash inflow and cash outflow are the same. Therefore the net present value of the both the project will be same. So when the net present value of the both the projects are same, we need to select the projects with while comparing the risk factor. So when we compare these both the project A and project B, we can identify that project B is much less riskier than project A. Therefore we can select project A. Going ahead with the second solution, on the basis of standard deviation, the project X can be chosen is less riskier than project Y, having higher standard deviation. So over here on the second question, we can check the first scenario or first categorization. So the first, they have asked us to prioritize or classify which project is much better with the standard deviation. So when we check the standard deviation, we can identify or analyze that project X is much less riskier than project Y. So we can, that is 70,000, 75,000 is less than, much lesser than 1,35,000, which is the risk of project Y. So we can select project X. Going ahead with the second question of second part, explain whether your option will change if you are using coefficient of variation. So if we are using coefficient variation, so the formula for coefficient of variation will be SD, that is standard deviation divided by ENVP. So standard deviation is 75,000 for project X, that is 75,000 divided by 1,06,000, and 13,500 divided by 2,40,000. We will get 0.71 and 0.6875. So on the basis of coefficient of variation, project X appears to be much more riskier and Y should be chosen. So when we check with the coefficient of variation, we can identify that the project X is much more higher in terms of coefficient of variation when compared to project Y. Therefore we can select project Y. Then next question, which measure is more appropriate in this situation and why? So however, the NPV method is such conflicting situation in best because the NPV method is in compatibility of the objective of wealth maximization in terms of time value. So it is better to analyze the project with NPV method because it is better with an objective of wealth maximization in terms of time. So guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you are clear with this example. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe.